Hello everybody, it's Grid on 95 and we are back with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So, last time we did stuff and let's get some permission. Lol. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Oh, please don't stare into my soul. Please. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate it after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. Sure, go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show, you never know until you ask. And for you here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a This is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. You're just so regal, man. Hey. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we gotta go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is bad enough. It's a bad influence on the girl. Meekins, I miss you. Let's get into that evidence room. Examine. Let's go. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Gant? Let's just walk in. It won't open. Ah, the card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina's skies so gray? I hate you. Officer Marshall. Somehow I knew. Somehow. What's that somehow I knew look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Wait a minute! That's a saloon. He's selling alcohol in a police department. He is a bad man! Yeehaw! That card you got there is on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Beep. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us, hombres. Phoenix, shut up. Hey, guess what? Steak. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this for my baby? Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask me anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Yay! Let's talk. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. I hate you. Actually, Officer Meekers is at the detention center, told us. Actually, well, he told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got the motive from Detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? No, I do not know. They don't sneak in any broccoli in my steak. It just comes with it. Yeah! Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be the rawhide wrangler on the scene of a crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it, anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case? That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals, too. Security system! I know what may be 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen! Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. Stop drinking! Yeah, I know it's your saloon, but come on! You're on the job, man! If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard, and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card passed through. So this is the ID card record. Hang on. 5842. Oh. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this was related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Transferal! Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in an underground vault at the police station. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. So, hey, you have a card on there. It's Goodman. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us the ID number on the ID card record. 5842189. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. A whole minute, jeez. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. ID card record? I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Okay, let's do it. Let's go to the evidence room. February 23rd, evidence room, Sector 3. Sector 3? It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You aren't scared. You can't scare me. Anyway. Ah! Yeah! Whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I've heard? What I heard? Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50, I'd give them $50, no problem. I don't... Sure, go ahead, investigate the... blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? That, you got permission from the chief. So now you're my boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plan. Blah, blah, blah. Cool! I don't want to talk to you right now. Let's use some luminol. Spray stuff. How did I know? There's a clock there. Yeah! Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey! That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What's this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Any more blood? Any more blood at all? There it is. Hello, blood. There must have been a massive amount of blood here. I've never seen so much before. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien! This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey! If you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked! What's this? I knew it! This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, Detective? This locker. It's mine! It's yours? Please! You have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. I love Gumshoe. Any more blood? No more blood? I don't know. Okay. Before we talk to you, we examine things. What's this? Shoot me! I clicked on something wrong. There we go. Sorry about that. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was open recently. How do you know? If you leave things here hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck for about some silly evidence. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck it in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. I'm sorry, Gumshoe. Forever alone. What's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in this room? We should use her testing fluid to check it out. I already did that. What's this? Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Rubber glove added to the court record. Why is there so much of that stuff? Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of the SL9 evidence. Check it out closer. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ha! Good luck, pal. There's no job for amateurs. And in the next part, we will not be amateurs, we will be professionals, and we will put that thing together. So, thank you all for watching. If you like what I do, subscribe, and you will find out more stuff when I post it. And I will see you guys later. Bye for now.